Here and joining us in the studio now, Stephen Gagliano. Trying to decide if I'm miffed with you.
That seems to be the general reaction that I've gotten the last couple days here.
Well, still happy. Happy for you. I'm just miffed for the rest of us. If you don't know what we're talking about, Stephen is about to leave us.
Yes, there's probably people on the text line, maybe they can chime in, that'll be excited about it. Some people around here not so excited. And the joke that I've made once before, and I'll make it again, is I'm not one of Mississippi's best or brightest, so it's not like an issue for the brain drain. There's nothing there. It's a net wash almost with me leaving, but I am going back to my hometown of Atlanta.
I'm just looking at and see if there's something up here that I can throw at you right now that wouldn't cause injury, because I don't want to cause a problem there.
But we don't want to cause a problem for Houston either. A lot of stuff is connected.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Pull one wire loose and the whole thing comes crashing down. But hey, proud for you, man.
Thank you.
Happy for you.
I'm very excited. We were talking before we came back on how difficult it is for me to leave this place, and I've been here now 4 years, and certainly through a lot. The world has changed over the last year.
No, I hadn't noticed. Well, what are you talking about, Stephen?
I've been here through historic events for the state of Mississippi, the flag changing being the most notable, especially here over the last year, as you know, in addition to the pandemic. This job took me to a lot of different places. It took me to political rallies, to huge announcements, to historic events, to sporting events, to literally everything. So I have nothing but fond memories of my 9 years total in Mississippi, having gone to college here, worked here elsewhere in Oxford for a little bit, and now 4 years here at SuperTalk that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Well, we will certainly miss you, but you will never, ever, ever come up with anything that can convince me that you're not going back to Atlanta because the Braves are in the series. I know what's going on here, Steve.
You know, and the way this is going to work, and I've gotten a lot of heat already from my friends and my family there, when I get back, no matter how long the World Series goes, I'll miss it. It can end on November 3rd. I'm getting back on November 7th officially. So I'll miss it. Maybe I'll get back in time for a parade or something if they're able to have that.
A party, something.
Yes.
Come on. Man, that stinks.
I know.
So what I'm hearing is you have absolutely horrendous timing in all ways possible.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're going out the right way, I think. Consistently.
I think so too. Right.
That's perfect. Yeah. He came in here, and what happened? Look what happened the last 2 years. Yeah. This is what the guy walks into. So timing is not his forte, I don't think. Now, let's get back to business here for a minute, because you have your final Mississippi High School football scoreboard tonight, ending the regular season.
Correct. So the final week of the regular season for 4, 3, and 2A, and then we've got, counting tonight, 2 weeks left for 6, 5, and 1A. And most of the 4, 3, and 2A games were actually played last night. So you're getting kind of a jumbled schedule here in the last 2 weeks of the regular season. And that's due to, of course, the officiating shortage, which, there's a shortage in every single line of employment now, and that extends to high school officiating. And I've been doing this the last couple weeks. There is a spot on the MHSAA website to go and apply to be a referee. I don't think you can do it by the end of this season, but for next season, I think everyone enjoys their Friday night lights more than anything, and trying to keep all these games on Fridays, they need more officials to be able to do that.
Well, I mean, come on. We all know the problem here, Stephen. The referees are getting those government referee subsidies,
right?
And they don't want to work.
Exactly.
That's the problem, right? Across the board.
Yes. So anyway, you had your 4A, 3A, and 2A games going on last night, and then tonight, 6A, 5A, and 1A, with still a ton to figure out. Tonight's going to be one of those shows where we're getting results in from games all across the state and trying to, in real time, figure out, all right, now we've got tiebreakers set up for next week. We've got, teams that are clinching their regions, teams that are clinching playoff spots. So it's going to be a really entertaining show, and one that I'm looking forward to.
Do you already have your spreadsheet made?
I've got my general outline of where I think things can go, and so hopefully I'm able to just kind of plug and play once I get the results actually in tonight.
There's a lot of calculation that goes into it on the fly, because if you've never done this kind of thing, I'm going to describe what Stephen will be going through tonight. He'll be sitting here, and as the things come in, his mouth has to keep making noises while his brain is figuring out what he's going to say in 60 seconds.
Yeah, I've got to multitask.
Yes.
Something I'm not great at. But
No, you do a great job, man.
You know,
You really
we need one of those live interactive touchboards like they have on election night.
Yes.
On the major networks, so we can just, do it that way.
Yeah, turn you into Wolf Blitzer. Have you standing there going, and we have called it now, and Division 5 2A.
Exactly.
And then the graphic swirls in on SuperTalk TV.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, right? We bring that up, Rhino. We need to bring that up.
Yeah, whoever takes my spot when I leave, that can be their first idea to implement. And I say now thank you to Will East, of course, who's probably going to carry things the rest of the season. So I got him all the way up to this point through the regular season. Now the playoffs will start and he'll take over.
You're handing over with the fun stuff.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. I'll get everything in place tonight with, where everyone's going, who everyone's playing in the playoffs, and then, he'll go from there.
Well, there's not a lot of calculus in the playoffs. You win, you keep going, you lose, you don't, and you're done.
That.
Yeah.
Yep. I truly envy that part of the season that I will miss. But you had a lot of big games last night. Like I mentioned, you had Heidelberg beating Collins. They clinched their region in 2A. You had Columbia 41-14 over Lawrence County. Columbia just a dominant defense so far this season, and they clinch Region 7 of 4A, I believe, or 3A, excuse me. They got a big win over Poplarville last week to kind of set themselves up for that. Columbia he's one of the best defensive recruits in the state. He's also one of the biggest. Jaheim Otis is his name, and he is, I believe, about 6'7" and 320 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, he is headed to the University of Alabama, if you could believe that.
No, didn't see that coming.
No, he's a joy to watch. And last week against Poplarville, I believe he had 2 sacks, a couple other tackles for loss. So a really dominant player there and set them up for success this year. Enterprise Clark, they capped off a undefeated regular season, beating Forest 42-7. They clinched their region. So it's weird coming in on a Friday and having this many scores already to go, and that's a benefit for tonight. And then you get to do it all over again tonight with plenty more action all over the state of Mississippi. Let's see. For some of those games, we can start in 6A. Tupelo and Clinton play tonight. That's a game that could very well decide the 4th playoff spot in Region 2 of 6A. And that's always one of the tougher regions in any classification, all the way from 6A down to 1A. And fighting for that 4th and final playoff spot is going to be critical. And if you do get that 4th spot, you're likely going to play Starkville in the first round of the playoffs. So not an easy task there. You've got South Panola and Horn Lake. South Panola a chance to potentially clinch their region title in Region 1 of 6A tonight. Region 3 of 6A is where you've got still a lot to figure out. That's one of those regions that I mentioned because you've got a couple different teams right there that are tied for that 3rd and 4th spot. So still a lot to figure out there. Tonight the biggest game there is Oak Grove and Pearl. And that could be a really high-scoring game. Oak Grove has one of the best offenses in the state. And Pearl last week actually put up 64 points.
Wow.
In one game. They also gave up 44 points. So Oak Grove is certainly going to have their opportunities to score. The game of the night potentially on the coast tonight is Ocean Springs and Gulfport. Ocean Springs has been putting up a ton of points. Gulfport has just one loss in the region, as does d'Iberville and Harrison Central, and they actually play each other tonight. So, like I mentioned, it's all starting to make sense now, I think, as far as how much we still have to figure out and how entertaining tonight's games are going to be.
Well, and that's the thing. You've got it figured out, but then you'll get one score in at some point and your entire house of cards will collapse.
Yes,
I've been there. I've been in that seat. I know what it's like.
The good thing is tonight when that happens, we'll have the full crew in here with us, and Perez is back tonight. He wasn't doing the show this year, but we got some moving parts tonight. Our producer is actually getting his wisdom teeth out tonight, so we get Perez back. I know he's excited to be up at 10 p.m. on a Friday night again, so we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
No. Not the wisdom teeth. Man.
I got mine done a long time ago, so I'm glad to have that over with.
I did too, but I got all 4 done at once, and I still have nightmares about it.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of sympathy.
They knocked me out completely, so I don't remember any of it.
Well, Stephen, it's been a joy working with you, man.
You too.
You've done a fantastic job.
I don't know about that.
Love having you here. And get out.
On that note.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much,
now
Dave.
we're done with you, man. No, seriously, stay in touch and good luck, man.
Thank you so much.
Give them heck.
I'll try.
Let me know if you get to touch the World Series trophy.
Oh, I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you would.
I'll try to steal the trophy.
Yeah, well, sweep the legs.
There we
go.
go.
You got to sweep the legs of the people in front of you. You can go right to the front of the line. It'll be fine.
I'll keep that in mind.
Stephen Gagliano. Almost a deserter, but not until Monday. Final segment of Middays coming up next. Keep